Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Afkar Rashidi bin Muhammad Rafidi. So today I would like to present my final year project, which is Redeveloping Coastal Landscape of Pantai Irama Bachok for Sustainable Coastal Ecosystem. First of all, let me introduce you where is Pantai Irama Bachok Kelantan is actually located. Pantai Irama Bachok Kelantan is a beach area that is located facing the South China Sea. This area is the best place for people to have a picnic activity, kite playing and playing football. The Bachok Local Council has provided ample amenities such as public toilet, prayer rooms, walkways and children's playground. Next, for the aim of the study is to develop a sustainable coastal recreational park that has a ship with the element of rhythm in design, that to protect the coastal area from coastal erosion. For the objectives of the study, in the social aspect, is to create a recreational coastal space using the element of rhythm in design that can control the pace of the user movement. For the economy, to encourage the coastal landscape design of Pantai Irama, which can improve the economy and tourism industry. And lastly, for the environment, to develop sustainable coastal landscape that can protect from strong monsoon wind and decrease the coastal erosion. Next, what are the issues that appears on the site of Pantai Irama? There are three main issues. First, coastal erosion. Second, human recreational needs. And the last one is economic issues. For the coastal erosion is a common phrase referring to the loss of subaerial landmass into a sea due to natural processes such as waves, wind and tides, or even due to human interference. Next, for the human recreational needs, due to coastal erosion, the area of recreational area in the coastal area has been reduced and is now an area that can pose a danger to user. And now, people cannot do any beach recreational activities such as swimming or gathering in the beach area. However, for the economic issues, due to the danger of this beach area to the user, the area of shops and the restaurant in the area began to seem unresponsive, and some even stopped operating immediately. For my literature review, first of all, I have studied about the function in coastal zone. There are four functions in coastal zone. First is economy, second is recreational tourism, next to it is ecology and fishery. Next, I have also studied about the controlling the erosion. There are some methods to reduce erosion that are categorized as hard engineering and soft engineering. For hard engineering, there are two types, which are seawall and granny. And soft engineering, there are also two types, which are beach nourishment and offshore breakwater. Other than that, I also have studied about the types of species and the characteristic of the plant, which very suitable for coastal area. First is windbreak. A windbreak or a windbreaker is a planting usually made up of one or more rows of trees and shrubs that is planted in such a manner that as to provide and act as a shelter from the wind and to protect from erosion. Moreover, I also have studied about the salt-tolerant plant species. Some design options for windbreaks, in particular windy location, are salt-tolerant. These windbreak salt-tolerant plant species will block most of the salt spray from the coastal area, and this will allow to protect the materials such as metal and steel from rusting that can be found in the area such as parking area. Next, I also have studied about the tree form and texture. The most suitable tree form as a windbreak are columnar, pyramidal and conical. This type of trees provide visual interest, can be used as privacy fence and make excellent windbreaks. For my precedent studies, there are three selected sites. First is Seberang Take, Kuala Terengganu, that I have studied about the offshore breakwater and also windbreaker plant species. Next is about sustainable open public space placemaking strategy for breakwater Al-Qasr at Abu Dhabi. In this study, I have studied about the method that they use to control the erosion. And the method that they use to control the erosion here in Abu Dhabi is offshore breakwater. And the last one for my precedent study is Jafira North Coast Beach Town to make coastal living a reality. In this study, I have studied on how they managed to control the erosion, where the site of Jafira is a windy area and in northern Egypt it is a large desert area. Therefore, windbreak approaches has been used in this area, and also beach nourishment method has also been used to control erosion and as a tourism and leisure area. Next, this is the synthesis after the study on site inventory and analysis has been carried out. First is plant and vegetation. In this case, I want to propose more tree that is very suitable for windbreaker by planting the columnar, conical and pyramidal form of trees. Other than that, I also want to propose the shrub that can be planted as hedging along the garden boundary to act as a windbreaker for the garden overall. Moreover, I also want to propose more tree that is very tolerant of salt spray, and it is often one of the trees growing closest to the coastline. Next, I want to apply the combination of offshore breakwater and windbreaker. Combination the offshore breakwater and windbreaker is to reduce the wind speed that can cause coastal erosion, and also to improve the environment with the windbreak plant species. Besides, the use of antisol and sporosols for beach nourishment. Both antisol and sporosol is the most suitable for a beach nourishment project. By having beach nourishment at Pantai Irama, it will decrease the coastal erosion and also can create opportunities for recreational activities in the coastal areas such as gathering, coastal sand plays, kiting, and swimming. And lastly is about recreating social activities. For this, I want to propose the combination of offshore breakwater and beach nourishment. In order to prevent the vanishing beach leisure activities at the site, this combination is the best method. The wind speed will be decreased by the offshore breakwater, and therefore, the problem of coastal erosion will reduce. Meanwhile, it will create a place for people to do coastal leisure activities by providing beach nourishment. Next is design concept. What is design concept for this project? The design concept for this project is Redeveloping Coastal Park. What is rhythmic? Rhythmic is an adjective word that derived from the word of rhythm. The word rhythm originally derived from the Greek word, which is rhythmus, meaning to flow. In a landscape design, it is about repetition and the strategic placement of elements that contribute to a garden underlying structure. Next is what is coastal park. Coastal park is a recreational park which consists of new artificial beaches, establishing coastal structure and landscape design, which is combination provide new recreational facilities. So, what is the definition of rhythmic coastal park? Rhythmic coastal park is a coastal recreational park that has a landscape design in the form of rhythm that act as a shield that can control the movement of wind to reduce natural disaster, such as coastal erosion from occurring. Next is design strategies. There are 4 design strategies. First is combination of offshore breakwater and windbreaker. By having this combination, it can improve the visual quality of the coastal area. The combination of softscape and hardscape can create an aesthetic view. Propose more windbreaker plant species and combine with the offshore breakwater to create a rhythm effect and to improve the visual quality. Different height of windbreaker plant also can illustrate the movement pattern of eye view. In terms of design, the hardscape element of offshore breakwater and softscape element of windbreaker plant species also can create contrast that can highlight the rhythm pattern. Next is Laman Pantai Irama. Develop a Laman Pantai Irama as a main gathering area at Pantai Irama to enhance the commercial industry. Laman Pantai Irama will play an important role as a focal point of Pantai Irama. Laman Pantai Irama also serves as a gathering area that connects to both areas from the north and the south of the Redeveloping Coastal Park. Food stalls and drinks and gift shop are among the potential to be established in this area that can boost the economy in this Pantai Irama. The third one is rhythmic repetition established visual in rhythmic garden. Repeating and clustering a form in a landscape design to create an immediate recognizable rhythm. Propose sculptural plants such as columnar and conical evergreen to serve well and occurring the rhythm pattern and providing a regular repeating baseline. And the last one is opposition or contrast in rhythm garden design. Opposition use approach to change and to create the rhythm and interest. Contrast in the context of visual design can be defined as a difference between two or more elements in a composition. Next is space programming. In Rhythmic Coastal Park, there are four main spaces consist of Rhythmic Recreational Garden, Offshore Breakwater and Shelter Beds, Laman Pantai Irama and Rhythmic Coastal Park Lake. Next is planting concept for this project. The planting concept for this project is the beach forest. The beach forest is an area that is of great significance and carries unique shield that can protect coastal area from natural disaster such as coastal erosion. This beach forest can provide the best sustainable coastal ecosystem, which consists of shoreline beach, windbreaker area, commercial area and tourism area. What is the shoreline beach? Shoreline beach is the front area of the coastal area. This area shoreline beach is facing the monsoon wind towards South China Sea. In the beach forest planting concept will combine with salt-tolerant plant species and windbreaker plant species that can create a lagoon shape of shoreline of Pantai Irama to provide a space for recreational area. Next is windbreaker and salt-tolerant plant species. Windbreaker and salt-tolerant plant species will be proposed at shoreline area and offshore breakwater area. This combination will create a shield for Pantai Irama to prevent from coastal erosion and also to improve the visual quality at shoreline area of Pantai Irama. Lastly, pyramidal and columnar trees. For windbreaker plants, there will be proposed a tree with the form of pyramidal and columnar. This form of tree are the best form for windbreaker. Other than that, this combination of pyramidal and columnar form of trees also will create a rhythm effect due to contrast in shape and height of the trees. Next, this is my master plan for the Rhythmic Coastal Park. There are 10 spaces included in master plan. First is KFC Garden. Next is Beach Volleyball Complex, Rhythmic Coastal Park Sculpture, Rhythmic Playground, Kampung Nelayan Garden, Laman Pantai Irama, Offshore Breakwater Garden, Layang-Layang Garden, Shelter Beds Garden, and Rhythmic Lake Garden. KFC Garden is the area of KFC's visitors to have some physical activities such as jogging. There is also beach concept of playground for kids to play. Next is Beach Volleyball Complex. This area is for visitors to play sport recreational such as volleyball. Next is Laman Pantai Irama. Laman Pantai Irama is the main gathering area at Pantai Irama that can enhance the commercial industry. Next is Rhythmic Playground. Rhythmic Playground is the area for visitors to do physical activities such as walking, jogging, gathering, and beach sand playing. Next is Shelter Beds Garden. Shelter Beds Garden is the shoreline area with salt-tolerant plant species to create a shield for Pantai Irama to prevent from coastal erosion and also can improve the visual quality at shoreline area of Pantai Irama. Next is Offshore Breakwater Garden, with combination of windbreaker plant species and offshore breakwater at the beach nourishment area that act as a shield to protect the area from coastal erosion and also to create a rhythm effect. Next is Kampung Nelayan Garden. Kampung Nelayan Garden is the tourism area for people to enjoy the beauty of the lake area. There is a wooden boardwalk with the Malay traditional roof design, which roof of the Rumah Kelantan, to indicate the identity of Kelantan and to create a sense of belonging for the people at Pantai Irama. Next is the selected area for detailed development. Pantai Irama Bachok, Kelantan is a beach area that is located facing the South China Sea. It is a best place to have beach recreational activities. Therefore, in this coastal park, there is a selected area to create a focal space, which is Laman Pantai Irama. Why I choose Laman Pantai Irama? Laman Pantai Irama is the main gathering area at Pantai Irama that can enhance the commercial industry. This area also connects to both areas from north and the south of the Rhythmic Coastal Park. Food stall and drinks and gift shop are among the potential to be established in this area that can boost the economy in this Pantai Irama. Inside Laman Pantai Irama, there are three elements. First is Laman Pantai Irama building, second is Wau Bulan Berombak structure, and the last one is the area for shelter beds garden. As we can see here, there are three entrances to enter the Laman Pantai Irama. In front of the Laman Pantai Irama building, there is a loading bay. Next to the Laman Pantai Irama building, there is a structure which is Wau Bulan Berombak structure. Next, there is a beach watch area located in front of Wau Bulan Berombak structure. And at the left side and the right side, there is a Irama gazebo. Along the way to the shoreline area, there is a shelter beds garden. Next is section and elevation. For section A to A, this section shows the area of Laman Pantai Irama building, Wau Bulan Berombak structure, beach watch area, Irama gazebo area, and shelter beds garden. Next is the section and the elevation for the Laman Pantai Irama area, and this section and elevation shows how the shelter beds garden and Laman Pantai Irama is connected. Next is innovative design element. In Pantai Irama, there are two innovative design elements, which are Wau Bulan Berombak structure and Irama gazebo design. Wau Bulan Berombak structure is a shelter design that has a multifunction. The shelter is a dining space for people to enjoy the local food such as seafood, which can only be found here in Pantai Irama. The shape of the Wau Bulan Berombak structure is inspired by the shape of the Wau Bulan Kelantan, which is the symbol of Kelantan greatness. The Wau Bulan Kelantan is shaped like a large bird's wing at the above, and at the bottom a moon shape, and has the sharp amount on the top, and this shape is inspired to design the shape of this Wau Bulan Berombak structure. There is also wind turbine tower, which is located at the top of the Wau Bulan Berombak structure. This modern wind turbine tower above the structure can provide a source of electricity to the area, and it is also has a lighted tower where if the wind exceeds the set speed, a red light will turn on, and this will act as indicator to give information to the surrounding area to not to go down to the beach area due to dangerous wind speed. The next element is Irama gazebo. For the design of the Irama gazebo, I applied the Pemeleh and Tebalaya design. Pemeleh design is a pair of boards located at either and at the top of the display. The shape of this Pemeleh is curved and tapered upward. This form is a strong character in the architecture of houses in Kelantan. Other than that, Pemeleh is said to have a shape like a crane carving found on local fishing boats. This crane motif really symbolizes the spirit protection and safety for the fishermen at the sea at Pantai Irama. Next is the construction detail for Wau Bulan Berombak structure. The material used to construct the Wau Bulan Berombak structure is galvanized steel and finished with marine paint coating. What is galvanized steel? Galvanized steel is a regular steel sheet that have been coated in zinc to make them corrosion resistant. Regular steel is made of iron, which will rust when exposed to moisture, either in the form of rain or ambient humidity. Next, what is marine paint coating? Marine paint coatings are a type of protective coating used mostly in the marine environment to protect ships, vessels, tankers, and other material from saline water or fresh water. This marine paint coating is applied to the galvanized steel structure to protect the structure from rusting. Next, we continue with the planting concept for the development area. For the planting concept for the development area, I use the same concept with the master plan, which is the whole area. The planting concept that I use is the beech forest. There are three important elements included in the beach forest, which are shoreline base, windbreaker and salt tolerance, and pyramidal and columnar trees, that has been mentioned in the planting concept of the master plan. And this is my sourcescape plan. For the planting schedule, for trees, I propose 4 types of trees. And all of these trees are among the windbreaker and shaded trees. However, for shrubs, I use 8 types of species for shrubs, and all the shrubs are among the salt-tolerant plant species. And lastly, for palm species, I only propose 1 type of species, which is Cocos nucifera. And lastly, this is my hardscape plan. For the hardscape schedule, for the planter box, I use the red brick material. And inside the planter box, I finish the surface with the decorative white gravel. And there is 2 Irama gazebo inside the detailed development area. And most of the area is finished with the interlocking pavers. And there is 3 LED bollard light and concrete seating with planter box that's located very near to the Wabulan Merombak structure. That's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.